Happy Tuesday! Over winter break, there wasn't really internet because Arkansas and internet are not compatible. And anyway, so because there wasn't internet, I didn't upload any videos, so you didn't know what was going on. If you were following me on Twitter, then you noticed I got obsessed with a fictional character from Criminal Minds, which is like an awesome cop-ish show about psychology of serial killers, which is kind of interesting in a really creepy way. Anyway, I got obsessed with Dr. Reid, who's this, lanky, nerdy, intelligent guy with absolutely no social skills, and I don't know why I find that adorable, but it's completely adorable. And, because I got obsessed with him, I of course started looking up stuff about the actor, whose name is Matthew Gray Gubler, and I found out that he's actually a really talented and kind of nerdy cool individual, which given that we're nerd fighters, I have to say is a really good thing. Gubler is an artist. He paints a lot of watercolor stuff that's kind of strangely Picasso-esque, or reminds me of doing art when I was a toddler. Get out of my lap! They're really, really cool. You should go look them up. I'll give you links to his website in the bottom because you can find his blog and his Twitter and his YouTube channel and the movies he's directed, and all of his stuff is there. Along with something that he calls like the passport to Gubler Nation, which I guess is what he refers to as kind of like followers of the Vlogbrothers are nerd fighters. Well, followers of Matthew Gray Gubler are Gubloids, and they belong to the Gubler Nation. Okay, so anyway, in order to be in Gubler Nation, you basically have to decrease world suck. You have to help little old ladies cross the road, you have to pick up trash, you have to be nice to everybody, you have to say nice things about people. It really agrees with what we already want to do as, nerdy, happy people. So in other words, I kind of like this guy. I think he's kind of cool. So I decided to go look at his blog because I'm a writer and I want to see what people write. That's kind of what I do. So I look at his blog and it has this incredibly adorable poem about what he wants from a girlfriend, which you would think, being an, famousy actor-y guy and a very talented artistic individual, that he wouldn't really have to post a list like this online. And honestly, he probably doesn't. But it was still really adorable. And I'm going to read it to you. This is called Girlfriend Wanted, and as I said, it's by Matthew Gray Gubler. You can find it on his blog, which I'm going to put a link to down at the bottom. But here we go. Must love decorating for the holidays. Mischief, kissing in cars, and wind chimes. No specific height, weight, hair color, or political affiliation required, but would prefer a warm-spirited non-racist. Cynics, critics, pessimists, and stick-in-the-muds need not apply. Voluptuous figures, a plus. Any similarity in look, mindset, or fashion sense to Mary Poppins, Claire Huxtable, Snow White, or Elvira wholeheartedly welcomed. I am dubious of actresses, felons, and lesbians, but don't want to rule them out entirely. Must be tolerant of whistling, tickle torture, James Taylor, and sleeping late. I have a slight limp, eerily soft hands, and a preternatural love of autumn. I once misinterpreted being called a coal-eyed dandy as a compliment, when it was intended as an insult. I wiggle my feet in my sleep, am scared of the dark, and think The Muppets Christmas Carol is one of the greatest films of all time. All I want is butterfly kisses in the morning, peanut butter sandwiches shaped like a heart, and to make you smile until it hurts. So I wanted to read you the poem because I think that it's interesting. It's a list of things that somebody wants in a potential, person, right? Which I know when I was 10, my stepsister made one of those, and it was very reasonable for a 10-year-old. I don't remember everything that was in it, but at the time I thought, that's probably not a bad idea. However, now I can't decide whether it's a good idea to make one of these lists or not. And honestly, I think until I make one, I'm not really going to have too much of an opinion on this. So later on this week, I'm going to attempt to write one of these poems, and I am tragically horrible at poetry, so it's going to be a great laugh for you. And then I'm probably going to go deeper into whether I think this is a good idea or not. What I want to know is what would be in your list. And I mean you, as in all of you adventurers out there, and you, as in Samantha, because you're going to have to start making videos soon. It's just me wagging my finger at you. And, yeah, that's kind of all I've got for today. Yeah, so I'm probably going to have 50 bazillion links in the doobly-doo today. But there'll be fun links, so go click on them, have some fun, and I hope you have a really great week. And I'm gonna edit this out, because in another take, I'm gonna be reading a poem.